This is the brand new Lamborghini Urus SUV, and before you recoil from your screens in horror, remember this. Unlike Bentley and Alfa Romeo and Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini actually has a little bit of history in this area in the rather challenging shape of the LM002. This then is just a continuation of that bloodline, albeit done with a little bit more finesse. Speaking of finesse, I actually brought a prop along with me today, a highly technical thing called a magazine. You might remember it. Reason being, I wanted to compare how the concept looks to the full production car here, and they've actually done a pretty good job from this turning it into reality. A little bit more rounded, a little bit more wide of arse. That magazine, by the way, from May 2012, so it's 5.5 years since we saw that concept to this car here. Lamborghini is a tiny company, and they've obviously been having quite a lot of arguments about what this car should be. Anyway, we need to put this car in context. It's not a mid-engined V12 supercar, it is a front-engined SUV. So when you compare it to the cars it's supposed to be compared to, well, it's still the maddest of the bunch, and that's exactly where a Lamborghini should be. But what about speed, I hear you cry? Well, because this car is basically an Audi Q7 underneath, unfortunately, the Huracan's V10 or the Aventador's V12 simply won't fit. What you get instead is a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 producing 650 horsepower, and that's capable of doing 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and 186 miles an hour flat out, which is a little bit quicker than the 707 horsepower Jeep Trackhawk. That means this is officially the fastest SUV in the world. In terms of handling, well, you get all the best bits from the Audi SQ7 and the Bentley Bentayga. So that means 48-volt anti-roll control, you get 4-wheel steering, which we know is really useful for making a 2.1-ton car like this feel much smaller than it actually is. Oh, and these are the biggest carbon ceramic brake discs on any production car in the world. Right, so how practical actually is a practical Lamborghini? Surely there must be some sort of ergonomic nightmare lurking around here somewhere. Well, no actually. Come around here to the boot. Check out the size of that. Bit of consumer testing here. Yep, you can definitely fit a large dog in the back of that, and check this out. Press this button, and out comes your deployable tow bar, because as we all know, Lamborghini owners refuse to go anywhere without their caravans. Back seats. Now that one in front, that's set up for me. I'm a bit of a midget, but still, look, loads of room everywhere. It's official, actual adult human beings can fit in the back of a Lamborghini. Even up front in here, there's no impaired visibility or spiteful seats. What you do have is a lot of technology. Now this 2-screen setup is actually lifted from the brand new Audi A8. You basically got your sat nav and your audio functions at the top, and down here your climate control functions, or this can be turned into a writing pad so you can input directions into the sat nav or just send messages to your passenger, depending on who that passenger is. Basically, there's a lot of Audi in this interior, and that means it's seriously high quality and uncharacteristically good. Question is this car a success? Well, it's certainly a typically polished VW Group product, and I can't see any reason why it's not gonna fly off the shelves. But to all those Lamborghini and supercar fans out there turning their noses up at this thing, you've got to think of it this way. This is the car that's going to bring in new customers to the brand, and it's going to produce all that cash that allows them to make the supercars you and I love for decades to come.